And this is how blind and dumb these hosts upon all these channels, and specifically these two, this one in a red shirt just like me, is new to me. This is the first time I've seen him, but already I see the signs that he is one that I am here to help. Well, this guy in the blue with the stupid facial expressions always is the one who needs to help himself, and I gave him the instructions. I want him, Rocky Roy or whatever his name is, to go to the video I did. I posted, I mentioned you guys stole this idea that I put out here. I was fishing for you. I was trying to find who was trying to take my words and preach them as their own revelation. Fools. Frank, I did one here on Frank. Notice how he's also wearing the same thing. I see signs, and I see no sign of light in the man here on my right. But this man to my left, perhaps. Let's listen.
Days to drive across the Midwest
during the day.
I got a better one. Back in Bodie's day, it took 10 days to drive across the country during the day.
And how old do you think I am?
Today, I mean...
Back in Bodie's day, boy, I really do feel old.
Yeah, there's actually 4 criteria in terms of how we determine what a day is. It's either number 1...
And this is how I know he has no self-knowledge of God. He only has the faith based on what he was taught by man's lesson plans to teach the future doctors and PhDs and graduates to be whatever they want to call themselves. Christians is fine, but know that if you call yourself a Christian, from this day, Isaiah 8:20 was the day I returned and remembered who I am. This is a message to the world, and I'm sorry if this sounds angry. I was just very excited. I was very passionate and a little heated by this guy, and then this guy on the left trying to steal my ideas and my outfits. Like I said, he has 4 things that constitute day. Based off what? Science? Who he refutes and just cherry picks in the video that I'm sending you for your testimony to create a new video. Go through, study all my edits, what I put in there. And I want you to redo that video. 7 days, as I wrote here in these comments. This is the face behind this name, Chit Chalk Chat. I am the seas that will control all the channels that you will be able to fish through for any kind of knowledge that will truly, truly benefit your life, rather than prolong and just deplete you of your hard work, tuition paid to these men to just grow their egos like this. And yeah, just everything about this is just there's your lesson. You tell me what everything about this in one word says to God.
A day and a number. Number 2, it could be evening and morning without day. It could be evening or morning with the word day, or it could just be night with the word day. You think about how many times that was actually used in Genesis chapter 1.
Yeah.
And
evening, morning, number, night, day.
Evening, morning, number, night, day. Evening, morning, number, night, day. You see that over and over again. And something Ken Ham always says all the time is, maybe God was just thinking these 21st century people are going to be so thick-headed. I'm going to use all this criteria in Genesis 1, and they're still not going to get it because they'll reject my word. The accusation you hear all the time is, hasn't modern science proven the earth and the universe to be billions of years old, so therefore there's no way we could be interpreting Genesis correctly. We have to essentially harmonize the evolution, the billions of years with the Genesis account. But what problem is that?
I mean, there's a lot of problems with that. I mean, first off, I mean, the fallacies that are involved in that, that's a bait and switch in one sense.
Like this guy.
In another sense, they're trying
guy.
to get you to throw the Bible out and trust man as an authority over God. Yeah. So it becomes an arbitrary.
Like this guy
well.
and
So
this guy.
We see logical problems with that sort of thing. But you know what? We're in a culture, so we have to deal with it because our culture has been throwing this out at us.
And you hear all the time from the culture trying to say, just be neutral, right? Just leave the Bible aside. But really, neutrality is a myth. There's no such thing as being neutral. Like we were saying before, there's a battle between two worldviews happening, two different religions. You either have God or not God. You have God's infallible truth versus the shifting opinions of man. And you see that. So really, it comes down to who is your ultimate authority.
That's right. And there is no greater authority than God. Hebrews 6:13. When God swore to Abraham, he swore by himself because there is nothing greater.
He just
God
answered
is
his own
that
question.
ultimate authority.
He just identified himself. There are two worldviews, God and not God. Answers in Genesis channel, this is not God. You are a great example for the future world I am ushering in from the clouds. And just, hey, good fruit comes from good fruit, but bad fruit produces bad fruit. That's the rules. We all abide by those rules. And this man I know and his Lord, and I don't know if the lady was. Once you see the video, I have everything you said. Very little patience. I have been on a strict mission to find out who has been stealing from me. And I am one step closer to the source. I'm like a drug cart. I'm pretty much like a ATF and the FBI coming in, trying to get the cartel of Christ who have stationed themselves and so conspicuously amongst them, all of us, children of God, just slowly just giving you their apples and their knowledge just so you bite and you think that they know what's good because they studied more than, the preacher you followed before. Anyone who throws a doctorate or even calls himself a doctor to answer a question to you, except for Dr. Heisman, I believe his name is. I really like him. But you watch Dr. Heisman and then these guys. I know that they probably got from Dr. Jordan, but then I did one up, and I know you took this idea. And if you try to rebuke or you don't come forth and say, hey, I just want to discuss this. I saw this on this channel. I should probably quote this as a source. I did it. I forgot to mention it because I thought it was just some random guy who copied it off of this guy. So I'm sorry, Chit Chat Chat, for that mistake. I hope this resolves the need for any punishment on that issue so that we can get to the teaching or perhaps the next lesson if you do not directly, as instructed, repent to me and your viewers here within 7 days. And you, sir, have 7 days to do everything in that comment and go tell your friends so that they have the same time too. Mark my words, I have no patience for this anymore. I will show you what is coming for all these people who haven't self-corrected their mistakes and still sit here and point fingers like, oh, and then these guys come back and correct. 7 days.